Getting a boyfriend is one thing, but keeping him, that's a whole other story. Hey ladies, I'm Amy North here, and today I'm going to teach you how to get and keep a boyfriend. Now I know this might sound like quite the challenge, but believe me, getting and keeping a guy isn't as hard as it sounds. That is, as long as you know what you're doing. So before I jump into this video, I just want to ask that if you enjoy what you learn here today, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I promise to keep coming out with new videos and dating advice, so subscribe and don't miss out. Now, let's get started. Getting and keeping a boyfriend starts with you. What I mean by this is that it's important to be in the right mindset before getting together with someone new. To do this, you have to believe that you are worth every minute of a man's time and that any guy would be lucky to have you. Confidence is key, and even if you're not feeling like $1 million right now, fake it till you make it. As a woman, you've probably struggled with insecurities and questioned what it is that men find attractive. But after talking to many men, I've discovered that there is no such thing as one ideal woman. What one man finds attractive, another does not, and vice versa. Sure, some men find certain traits attractive, but as cheesy as it sounds, it's what's on the inside that counts. This means that being drop-dead gorgeous has less to do with the color of your eyes or your dress size, and more to do with having the right attitude. There are many ways to be positive and feel good about yourself. The most obvious ones being work out and dress in a way that makes you feel good, but really it goes so much further than that. For instance, being relaxed and playful, believing in yourself, and focusing on your best attributes. This means that instead of thinking, my thighs are too fat, think, my thighs are perfectly normal and they get me where I need to go. Once you start to see the best bits of you and change your negative thoughts to positive ones, you'll be radiating with sexiness. Other little tips like wearing sexy underwear, practicing your strut, making smiling a habit, and perfecting your posture will also take you far here. It's actually amazing how much something as simple as shaving your legs can do to boost your confidence. So take care of your body and treat it to these little pleasures. The next step to getting and keeping a boyfriend is letting go of baggage. Now you may have convinced yourself that you're already over all the crappy relationships you've had in the past, but it's important that you're honest with yourself here. In order to open up your heart to someone new, you need to let go of any feelings of heartache or resentment that you may have bottled up inside. The truth is, nothing that happened in the past is going to impact your future unless you allow it to. If you let past problems, experiences, issues have power over your present and future, then you're going to be stuck reliving the same sad story again and again. Sure, bad relationships can leave a nasty taste in your mouth, but if you let these experiences live on, they'll work 100% against you if you're trying to find love. Hence why you need to let go and move on. If you've never been in a serious relationship, which believe me, so many of us haven't, then you may feel the need to let go of other things you've been bottling up. Perhaps you have weight insecurities or you don't feel attractive. It could be that you've always been a bit of a loner or had a rough upbringing and don't feel deserving of love. Even if you're just an average woman who's been content most of your life but has yet to find the one, decide who it is that you want to be and let go of anything that doesn't serve you. When you let go, you create space for something better to come along. Once you've tossed aside your baggage and are feeling good about yourself, it's time to get out there and meet your dream man. When it comes to meeting a man, there are many different places to do so. To name a few, you can meet a guy through a mutual friend, at the pub, walking your dog, online. However you choose to do so, it's important that you come across as a happy, outgoing person. If you meet someone and jump right into how terrible your day has been going or vent about your shitty coworkers, then your negativity is really going to push them away. Instead, it's important that you show them your best self and give them a little taste of what life with you would be like. Again, the point is to be cheerful and positive. Once you do meet someone and start going on dates, there are some things to keep in mind. For starters, it's important that you're prepared for the date so you don't keep them waiting. Being punctual is a sign of respect, so be sure to give them a good impression. While you're together, keep the conversation light and pleasant, and remember that men love to be around women who make them feel good. Ask them questions to get to know them, but don't interrogate them. This isn't a job interview. For more tips on how to have the perfect first date, pop on over to www.coachnorth.com and watch the free video presentation. Now, let's say you've been on a few good dates and things are starting to get serious between you and the man you're seeing. How do you get him to commit to being your boyfriend? To do so, it's important that you let him feel like he's chasing you. Since men are born hunters, they thrive on winning you, which is why it's so important that you let him chase you. So often, women make themselves available, and when they do, their men lose interest. To get him chasing you, there are a few things you need to understand. First is knowing that you deserve the best, because when you do, it'll show and he'll come chasing. Second is following your guy's lead, meaning that if he's casual about dating you, then you're still free to keep seeing other people. Keep in mind that unless he's calling you your girlfriend, you're still a single lady. When he gets the sense that you could have anyone you want, the fear of losing you will give him the push he needs to make the move. Just be sure to leave the ball in his court and wait for him to bring up the future of your relationship. To avoid mistakenly chasing him, pull back everything you're throwing at him. The communication, availability, accommodations for his schedule, the whole shebang. Don't initiate plans with him, text him, or be the first to call. You should only respond to his advances. This may seem counterproductive if you're trying to win him over, but if you're constantly contacting him, then he's never going to have the opportunity to come to you. Once he does come to you, don't give in quickly. The better you are at holding off, the more he will pursue you. At the same time, this doesn't mean that you should ignore him or reject his date proposals. It just means that you're making yourself a little bit harder to catch, and that'll give him the chance to do what he desires most, to chase you. When you do see him, keep in mind what men crave, and that's respect, admiration, appreciation, a challenge, and to be desired. There are obviously many other things he wants, but those are the big ones. To let him know you respect him, show and tell him. Just be sure not to bow down to him. To admire him, tell him honestly the things you like about him and be grateful when he does things for you. While it's important to appreciate his efforts, make it known that you can and will walk away if he doesn't live up to your standards. Knowing he could lose you at any time will keep him working hard to keep you. Plus, when something is hard to get, men value it more. Even if he knows you want him, show him too. Men want to feel desired, and when he doesn't feel wanted by you, it can really take a toll on his confidence. To keep him feeling good about himself, flirt with him, tell him that he makes you happy and that you feel lucky to be with him. Just don't overdo it or you'll seem needy, and that itself will interfere with his chase. Once he's your boyfriend, there are some key tips for keeping him committed. For starters, men want to be with a woman who is decisive and know what she wants. If you're the type that relies on her man to choose everything from where to go for dinner to what to wear on New Year's Eve, then he's either going to get bored with your indecisiveness or become annoyed by it. Instead, have opinions of your own, make decisions, and express yourself. After all, your man fell for you, so show him how strong and independent you can be. Being reliable is another great way to keep your guy happily committed, so let him know that he can count on you. Every successful relationship requires an unspoken promise to be there for one another. So if you have a habit of making promises you can't keep or saying things you don't mean, then he's going to have a hard time trusting you. Be a woman of your word. As always, be appreciative and remember that a simple thank you means a lot to your man. When he opens up to you, listen and give him your undivided attention. Encourage him to do his own thing and be open to his sexual needs and desires. Praise his efforts, go on dates, and let him know that you trust him. Keep things fresh and try new things together. The point is to keep your relationship fun and exciting. A common mistake that so many women make is they lose themselves in the relationship. To avoid this, be sure that you have a life outside of him. In fact, it's proven that your man will actually miss you more when you're not around. So go out with your gal pals, sign up for that yoga class, or take a weekend to yourself. Trust me, you'll have his attention when you return. No matter how angry or upset you may be with your man, you should never scream at him, belittle him, or call him names, especially if you're in public. The only way to have a healthy argument is by keeping it private. So keep your business your own and learn to forgive and forget. Always make time to be playful with one another, laugh lots, tease your man, wrestle him, and let your guard down. Sharing these moments with your guy will not only connect you on a deeper level, but it'll also make him realize how lucky he is to have a friend in you. Be thoughtful and remind him how much he means to you by surprising him from time to time, and always make him feel like a king, because even the manliest of men need reassuring at times. Well, that's all the time I have for today, but if you'd like to learn more about how to get and keep a boyfriend, then again, hop on over to coachnorth.com and check out the free video. If you enjoyed this one and would like to show your support, then please subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions or feedback about anything I've covered here, then post those in the comments below. I always read all your posts and do my best to get back to each of you. As always, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, take care and good luck.